break it loose, boom. Break the other side loose, boom. Break it loose, other side. Ooh, yeah. Tire slides forward, chain can come off. Got stuck by the brake pad, so I'm gonna deflate this tire. Changing the tire anyway, we need the air out. Whoa! Magic. Air's all out of both tires. Let's try the Park Tool ones. I've never spent the money on having a good setup for tires, so here we are. Trying to just lay the rubber against some table without scratching up my rim too bad, even though this rim's already nicked in different places and the paint's all gone from the brakes. This is the back tire. Scooper end. It's gonna go inside between the rim and the tire. And the little scoop part's gonna grab your tire. Get that one out. And you got your second one. A little bit of space between them, but not too much. Boom. Okay, we got a little section there. We're gonna try to get another bite. Not too far away. Boom. Oh, that's a pretty good bite now. All right. So you should be able to get maybe your fingers under there, or you could keep the tools under there and work your way around. Opposite side of the tire from the stem. I got the tire pulled off on this side towards me. I'm folding it back, and I'm just gonna pull the tire the rest of the way off by hand. So there we go. I'm starting to see the rim here, and I'm just gonna work my way around. Other side, and then the stem pulls straight down. If you're having trouble getting these dang things started and getting the tire over the rim, one good thing to double check is that you have as much air out of the tube as possible. Tube out. These tubes were working good for me, and I don't see any cracking around the valve stem or anything, so I'm going to end up putting these same ones in. Bought a couple spare from the shop. Heck yeah. Alright, okay, never mind. I'm actually being nice to these tires. The only reason I'm taking them off is they've been on the bike forever, but they still were doing me good, so they're going to be a spare for me. It's good to inspect this. Make sure there's nothing sharp that would pop your tubes. Oh, nice new tire. Just get one of the lips over, so you can just place it inside the rim, then work your way around, pulling it into the center. Once I'm to the point where I get the first lip of the tire all the way around, except for this dang last part, I kind of push on it as hard as I can. Grab your handy dandy tool with the scoop, shove it between the tire and the rim, lift it towards me, boom. Tire's half on. We're gonna get the tube in there. We always put a little bit of air in the tube. A little bit of air makes it go in there easier and hopefully not get pinched. I have pinched brand new tubes before. Something like baby powder also is good to put on the tire to avoid pinching it when you put it in, because like I said, I've pinched before and it sucks to make a hole in a brand new tube. I ain't got no babies, so I ain't got no baby powder. I do seem to always have some monkey butt powder on hand, so that's what I use on my tubes. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Be aware of where your valve stem and your valve stem hole are. Check that the tube looks nice and that it's not going to get pinched. All right, pushing the last side of the tire over the rim. I usually start on the stem side. Get it over. Work my way around. This last piece to get over is where I always want to give up. I just keep pushing both sides, make sure I have as much as I can by hand. And then I push this top part away from me as high over the rim as I can get it. Take your handy dandy tool, shove it between there and on top of the rim and push. And that's not going. I let out a tiny bit more air and I just keep on a-trying, because you've gotten this dang far. I'm not taking it to a bike shop now. Saving that money so you can have a beer later. I don't really drink beer, but you know, the juice box or something, I don't know. Some more air let out and a few tears later. It always takes about 3 tries for me. Next, I make sure none of the tube is between the tire and the rim. I already went all the way around. Pump a couple air, pump some air in there. Feels good, pump a little bit more. Just checking that the tube is settling in there nicely. And another big thing that you don't want to mess up, that I have messed up in the past, I mean, you could say it's a big thing, is on here it'll say rotation and pointing in a certain way. That's the way the tires rotate on your bike. So avoid putting on your tires backwards. I have done that to a mountain bike, and that mountain bike currently still has it on backwards because I'm too lazy to take that dang tire back off. Because like you seen a few seconds ago, I hate the last step of getting a dang tire on. If you know an easier way, let me know, I might try it out. You know what? That's the end of the video, because all you gotta do now is put your dang tires back on the way you took them off. And like I said, just make sure your tread is the right direction. Adios.